Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I am doing the hashtag Gely, G-E-L-Y postcard play hosted by Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. You can find all the rules down below and also a link to his original video introducing this open collaboration. So I know I have a box full of bases, but I also have like an overabundance of scraps, and I started tidying. It's not fully tidy yet, and so I got a big pile of scraps don't fit in my scrap drawer. So they got to get taken care of, or I'll have to like lose. They don't fit in the container, so got to do something with them. So for the next few days, probably you are going to see scraps being used. So these are gel plate prints. That's one of the rules. You need to have a gel plate print. 4x6 is the other rule, and putting the number on. So today, I know you might notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make 5 postcards, and I'm going to do the stack and whack. Yeah. So these are a little bit bigger than 4x6, just because that way I have a little wiggle room in case they don't fit perfectly. Because if you cut them, they'd probably fit great, but if you tear them, probably not as great. And I'm tearing them. You could do either one. You could cut or you can tear. So I am just going to kind of center these in the middle-ish of because they're not all perfect same size either, because some of my scraps were bigger than some of the other scraps. So I'm just gonna kind of center them all, and they'll come off the postcard when I'm done with it and whatnot. And just kind of put 5 paper clips on here in various locations, so that each of my piles will kind of be, I don't know, so each of my piles will stay together basically. And I'm just gonna tear 5 pieces. I'll move that one over a little bit. And if I can remember where they started, that'd be great too. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4, 5. Okay. And I don't know where that came from. Did it fall? It fell from the sky. It was under my desk. It had to have fallen from under my desk. How to do that? Must not have been under my desk. So, just take my 5 piles. Don't need to keep the paper clip on them now. That was just, makes it a little easier when you're tearing them. And then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make 5 piles. We started with the first one. Now we're going to go to the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to take another one, and we're going to start on the third one. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we can see where the top one was if we kept our piles nice and neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now they all have 1 of each piece, and we can glue them on to a 4x6 inch piece of cardstock, which I haven't cut yet. I'm going to do that now. Now, if you're not good at puzzles, you're going to want to lay them out like this when you put them in your piles instead of like that, because otherwise you might not remember where things go. So I am starting with my outside corners, and I am lining up my edges, and you're going to see why I made them slightly larger. Even, I'm not going off the edges. I'm still keeping my edges. I'm doing my corners so they'll overlap in the middle, and then I don't have to worry about having holes in the middle, unless I deliberately want to do that, because I have done that before, where I've kind of separated them a little bit on their edges so that the background shows. But, if I do my corners first, my edges, then I'll be able to fit my other ones really easily. Actually, this one, let's see. I can probably come up a little bit just so that I lose some of that white at the top. So that one I'll cut off a little bit. And I didn't mention this before, but my colors that I picked were based on the most colorful piece that was in here, which is this piece, and it had some blues and the violets and the yellows, which is why we ended up with some blues, violets, and yellows as our other colors, in case you're wondering. That way it would all coordinate. Do I always coordinate? No, I don't. If you're new here, you don't know that. If you're not new here, then you know that sometimes I do flashy on purpose because that's fun. See, I'm okay at puzzles, so, you know, having my pile in a pile was okay, but I figured I'd better warn you that if you're not good at puzzles, you're not going to want to just make a pile like I did, because I did have to think about it for a minute when I was putting them down. I was like, wait, which piece goes where again? Kind of forgot for a minute. Also, yep, that one goes there. It was sideways. Okay, and that one goes there. There was a square one up there, and then this one up here. And let's see how far I can move this one up. Potentially. Yep. This is just a lot of white on the top of that page, so I thought, well, just do that. Alright, do this corner up here. We're almost done with this one. Figured I would do most of them off camera, but I did this one on camera. You can also, like, you know, if you use book page, like I'm doing for your glue page, in order to attempt to not get glue all over your table, you can use those as well as bases for your postcards. You just, you know, if it's a smaller page, just glue 2 pages together. If it's a larger page, you can just fold it in half and then glue it together and then cut it down to the size you need, and just do it on that. You collage on that, paint on that, whatever you want. Alright, I'm going to trim these and cut the corners and be right back. Okay, I've spent way too long looking for what I want to put on these cards. You guys have absolutely no idea. Alright, so I'll tell you now, what you're going to want to do is, once these are done, just write the order that you like them, like favoritist to least favoritist, so that if your name gets drawn, if the favoritist is still available, that's the one you'll get, and if it's not, then I'll go down in the list. List is the word I'm looking for. Just because, was I gonna put this one on here? I think it was. He's gonna stand on the books, because otherwise he's like, well, now that I get that on there, it's not so bad. But I was thinking he kind of looked cute on the books, so I think I'm gonna put him on the books, and then the books are just gonna float in the air, because this is grounding them. This little purpley piece will be grounding them, and now that I have that, I don't necessarily need the yellow flower. See, we got yellow coming. Nope, that's not gonna work. If you know, you know. You know why that's not gonna work? Oh, there's an 11 on this. Okay, so that's already got, I only need one. So on this one, I'm gonna try to cover some of the yellow, I think. Should he stand on the next one down, maybe? We're going to pretend like there's room on that book for him to stand. It's all pretend. And then we're covering the yellow so it doesn't look like he's peeing off the book. Yeah, that's where my brain went. You can have some of the yellow show, though. That's not it, because purple and yellow are opposite on the color wheel. So they work. They work together. Wish this was a little bit wider so it would, well, let's see. So it would cover that crack, so to speak. Alright, but now the yellow's not right next to his butt. That helps. That helps my brain a little bit. I'm aware. I'm aware of my weirdness. Now we're just going to move that back over. If that crack shows, that crack shows. But if we're going to use put some yellow up here, it won't matter anyway, will it? Are we going to put some yellow up there? A little yellow down there. Bring a little splash of yellow up here. I'm going to cut this part off, I think. There we go. Yeah, that I might like better. Just, you don't have to keep all the bits that are on the bits. And the 11, oh, we have an 11. I can circle that 11 down there. Or I can put an 11 on here. Any which way. I have this 1, which I know is not an 11. Oh, actually that cover, oh, there's an 11 up there. So I think maybe I might even do a 9 and a 2, which equals 11, and we have the 11 there, so we have the actual 11. I don't really like the way that 11 looks because I'm weird like that. Yeah, alright, I'll glue it down, I'll bring it back. Alright, so I inked the edges. I took off the top book so that I would have a little more space for him in the middle. Look at the 9 and the 2, which equals 11. I also have the circled 11, but I just wanted to put those on there because I just wanted to, and I can. So there is the first one. And then I thought, well, what if we, since it's such a colorful background, what if we went ahead and did a black and white image here? But I'm not sure how I like it because I can't quite get him, well, maybe. But then I need the 11 to be the one that shows. There. The ear can cover the 20, then the 11 shows up there. As long as the 11 is there. I mean, just because this says 2011 doesn't mean it can't be like that. So yeah, we'll just do a little black and white. He needs a little something to stand on though, so let's grab some of the stinky tape. The sublimation heat tape, heat transfer tape or something like that. I'm just going to give him a little bit of grounding. I'm going to ground him. He's grounded. He will be grounded. So what's fun about this tape is it just kind of looks like old vintage tape, especially if you tear it up like I do. And adds a little bit of yellow down to the bottom so we don't have yellow in just one place. And it gives him a place to stand. I don't ever put him like right at the top because, well, first of all, his back leg won't have a ground, and so I kind of put him down towards the bottom of whatever I'm grounding him with, if that makes any sense. It worked out nicely. It covered the 2, so now we have 011, which is 11, so perfect. So there's that one. And then this one, we've got the little kitty, and we're going to pretend he's reading The Hobbit. Like I said before, the Hobbit book that I had was in the free bin at Second and Charles, and the cover was ripped off, so I'm not doing anything. And there's lots of Hobbit books out there, but I thought, you know, if anyone's going to read The Hobbit, it's going to be a cat, because if a cat's reading, he's going to be reading fantasy. Because I don't know, why not? So just kind of, I've been inking all the little pieces as I do them. I've just been doing that off camera. And I was thinking this 11 kind of has the color in his hair, and then we have that color down here too, which is also why this tag works for it. I'm also going to ink the background, glue these down, and I'll be right back. So in this case, the background paper is what grounds him. Even though he has a little bit of ground, that also grounds him. But attaching things together in the middle kind of like makes them cohesive and kind of grounds them. And I think I want something down here, but I'm not quite sure what. I think I'm going to come back through, if I remember, come back through at the end and add a little stamping to them. Alright, so this one is this little girl here, who is super cute. And since she has no legs, I'm just going to kind of conceal that with this lovely little flower and one of these 11s. So she's just kind of like hanging out of the flower, and yeah, I think it's going to be super simple, just like that. Another option would have been to put her at the bottom and kind of have the flower up there, but since the yellow is already up there, I wanted to have more of the yellow down below, which is why I did that way. I ended up going a little lower than I wanted to, so the flower kind of comes off the edge, which is okay. It's all fine. I'll probably do a little stamping up there or something, and where it's like, I don't know. So there's a lot of pattern here, not a lot of pattern up there. So I just kind of want to do something at the top, but I'm not sure what yet. Alright, and the last one here is this cute little French, I think he's a French bulldog. Oh, he's so cute. He looks a little dark because he's done on some dark parchment paper. And then I had this Tim Holtz sticker. That was also, I got that out. I think I found that. I had found some stickers one day in the free bin at Second and Charles, because some people put weird stuff in there, and I used to go check it often. I haven't seen it out the last few times I've been over there. I haven't really seen the bin out there. So I'm kind of putting him on the second book. Oh, this needs to go down. See, this is what happens, is I think I know where I want something, and then I don't, and if I don't realize before the glue dries, then I lose it. And then this flower kind of goes behind him, but I think I have too too much greenery happening here for my liking, because I don't want it sticking out the other side necessarily so much. I don't know if I want any of the greenery. I don't know, do I? So I just wanted to kind of the yellow, decrease. Oh man, see, I did it again. See, now this is not straight, and that is gonna drive me nuts. It's fine, it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make the books wrinkled. That makes sense, because books wrinkle like that. No, they don't. Oh man. See, I adjusted it, and see, and it looks, it's just, it's bugging me. Alright, we're just gonna, he's sitting on the books. Sitting on the books. I think there's still too much of the, alright, if I want any greenery, I'll add it to the back where I want it. Because I want the flower to go a certain direction, I think. Kind of like that. But I don't want, oh, see, there's no green on here, so I didn't really want a lot of green. I just kind of wanted something sticking out of his head, apparently. I don't know. Whoops. And I wanted to make a loud noise so that you would wake up in case you were falling asleep. Not really, but you know. Alright, which the sun's coming from that, so I guess that kind of needs to go that direction. Because the sun would be coming from above, not from below. Even though this poor little puppy has no highlight sun, he's just all looking all shady and dark. But that's just because somebody printed him on dark paper, but he's still like super cute. In the 11, oh, we had, where did it go? We had the sticker. So, do we have the sticker? No, we might use something else. What might we use? So, that's too big. These numbers here, I think, are from Tailor Made Journals. And, that's too big too. She had, because I just looked up grungy numbers, and she was one of the ones that came up, and she had some really cool numbers. Oh, and I guess that's a 14. I thought that was an 11, but it's a 14. That's okay. I forgot to make sure I had a place for this. It would be fine if it could go behind him a little. Ooh, did we get it just in? Well, we did. We got it in there just in time. All right. I do need to put glue on there because these stickers are thick and they don't stick very well. They're not very sticky stickers. Just saying. But, you know, he's got his studious little books and his little flashcards, so it works. Alright, I got glue on there. It's going to dry clear. I could just leave it. That would be the smart thing to do. But what would be the not smart thing to do is to touch it with my fingers, which probably have ink on them. And that would really, really mess it up. Because, how do I know? Because I've done it a million, trillion times. All right, and we were going to look at stamps, right? So I have a little stitch type stamp. So I think I'm going to do that. And I could do it in either I'll probably do it in the blue. I got Twilight here, it's permanent, and that I can bring the blue all around, because the navy blue, the dark blue, that's kind of my favorite. So just gonna I'm not gonna kind of do it, I'm gonna actually do it. Maybe not get ink all on the, at least on two sides maybe. A little bit messy there. Do I want to do a third? I think I like it just the two sides on that one. It'll be a card by card basis to see how we do it. Because here I might just want to even just do in that corner, and maybe then again get a little bit more on there. Down in this corner. Go off crazy, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. There we go, just kind of did the two corners, kind of frames it out a little bit. What about you? What do you want, dude? You do not have as much blue on you. We'll do you in a minute. We'll probably do him with the Chianti. So, we'll give him a little more ground to stand on with that. It's not straight ground, but that's okay. Straight is overrated. That is not even showing. There we go. Just a little bit more over here. There we go. That's fun. Almost looks like just blue grasses he's standing in, maybe. Alright, so this one, this one, this one. I think I'll do blue on him too. He's gonna go. Well, first of all, making a mess, lady. Getting ink every dang place. Which is just gonna get on the card. If this is why you're supposed to do this to this, you might get it on the thing. You have a little more control, I guess. Alright, let's have that hanging down like that. Whoops. It's starting to come off of my thing a little bit. It does stick a little bit better because my thing is clean. So that's nice. And I didn't have to sew a thing. Hey, get that thing if you don't have to sew that thing. It ain't no thing. Can't see it down there. Barely. That's okay. Frames it out. Looks fun. Let's do the Chianti on this one. So these are just the VersaFine Clair permanent. This is probably going to be more purple because it's got the blue on there still. Yeah, that works though. Get it off that corner if I don't want it to be. Alright, we're going to do it like that. And across like that. And so it brings that color down a little bit. It's not exactly that color, but it's close. If I had the blue on it still, it would be a little bit more. Here we go. Just kind of did 3 little rows of it there. Why not? And now we're getting some fun drop paper in the background there. Do I want any? Oh, I do. I think I want do I want mixed media or do I want? Well, they all say mixed media, but I think I want kind of like a round one. Not the specimen necessarily. Maybe made factory. Maybe that factory made. Set that in a different space every time because that's fun. So, just a little factory made stamp. I think I might want another circle-y stamp that's bigger or smaller. Because we do have these circles over there, although I don't necessarily want it right there. Alright. So, yeah, don't forget to use your stamps. Stamps are fun. Use your stamps. Stamps are fun to use. And they add a little bit of something. The person that usually helps me remember to do stuff like add stamping like this is Crafty Cat. She will add stamping to her pieces and it makes them more better. The way she does it. I don't know. Maybe I won't be as good, but I will try. I will endeavor to try to be as good as Amy. Or something like that. Let's see. Some of these I don't know what they say. Hashtag 95 level. Ticket, factory number, ticket, just some random numbers. I mean, we've got the 11 on there. We can add some random numbers, right? This is where I throw, like, these are mostly like the numbers, the whatchamacallit from Tim Holtz. That's supposed to be shredded. Like, you know, the, whatchamacallit, transportation company. The big ones that he has a whole bunch of little, all his numbers and stuff. I don't remember the name of them. One of them is an eclectic thing. Another one is, I don't know, little tiny stars. Those might be fun to put on there somewhere. And then I also have a drawer just full of like mixed media ones. So these are all just shapes and stuff like that. That's where this came out of. Ooh. And this fun, interesting, grungy little bit, which could be fun. Might, maybe. Let's see. Oh, I have some Seth After ones too that could have worked. That's not going to stick despite it being a clean thing because this isn't clean. So I'm just going to put a little glue on there. Fortunately, I have found out that oil takes away glue adhesive residue. Who knew? Because I was using the Stays On, and I used the Stays On, and that worked okay because I had been using that last week, and I was like, what? Now she's got a little blue on her face. You gotta be careful. You can't trust me at all. I don't want it like that. What was I saying? Oh, and so, but then they felt oily, and I was like, well, what if I were to just use oil? And so I did, and it worked. I just used some mineral oil, and then I also tried some lemon oil because I just had some lemon oil. See that? Framed it out even more so. Okay, that one's done. What, you? He's done. You? He's done. You? Maybe a little bit of tiny little whatchamacallums up here and over there. Yep. Okay. You can be done. He's done, and he does need something. A little more blue. I don't know what that stamp's from. It might be one of Tim Holtz's. I'm not exactly sure. Just gonna do a little here and there and just see what happens. Just makes tiny, tiny little grungies. It's good for grunge. So here they are. You can just say what's on them. Just order them. Put them in your order from favorite to least favorite, so that when I do the drawing, I have... What's the drawing? Well, I've been doing this July postcard challenge, and I've been doing at least 2, so I have one to keep and one to give away. So I will keep one of these. I don't know, whichever one is left, because I like them all. So, I mean, I really like the cat though, and I like them all. So whichever one's left after I pick the favorite of the 4. So there will be 4 giveaways for this video, because I'm extra like that. And because I did the stack and wet cards, so there were 5 cards. So let me know if you try this, and share on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Use the hashtag Gely, G-E-L-Y. The reason Carrie likes to pronounce it July is because it's July. So, it was a play on words. July postcard play. It'll be in the description box and in the title. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.